Viofo A329S versus the Vueroid S1 4K versus the Thinkware U3000 Pro. We're going to cover how long these dash cameras will record on a 128 gigabyte SD card, how to pair your smartphone app directly to the dash camera, how you can download videos via the smartphone app, and multiple other ways that you can extract your videos from your dash camera in case you need it, and more. Let's go. So how easy is it to connect to all three of these dash cameras? So this is the Vueroid S1. And as you can see here, it says find device. We are using the Vueroid Hub app. And so in order to actually turn this on, we have to hit the Wi-Fi button
Wi-Fi is turning on
the actual Vueroid S1. We're going to hit find device. And you can see it's looking for it right here. In the search list, it's actually showing that it's actually finding the Vueroid S1. So I'm going to hit this, confirm. The Vueroid S1 uses Bluetooth and Wi-Fi for its pairing process. Hub wants to join Wi-Fi network. We're going to hit join. Please select yes on the dash cam screen to connect to Wi-Fi. I'm going to hit confirm, and on here I'm going to select yes. And just like that, I'm now connected to the dash camera. Now, if I wanted to actually download a video from the Vueroid S1, I can go here into playback, and I can go into drive recording, events while parked, parking recordings, and manual recording. So if I want to find a video, all I have to do is select that video, and then just simple as that, I can download it right here. And it will actually start downloading directly to my phone. Now keep in mind, if you have a newer vehicle that maybe has wireless Apple CarPlay and wireless Android Auto, sometimes there can be some challenges. So just keep that in mind when looking to pair your phone directly to a dash camera. So this is a Thinkware U3000 Pro, and we're using the Thinkware Dashcam Link app. So we're going to hit Dashcam registration. We can select the U3000 Pro and hit next. Make sure your Bluetooth is on the phone. Mine is on. Ensure the Dashcam is connected to a power source, which it is. And hold the Wi-Fi button for 3 seconds. So I have to push and hold the Wi-Fi button. You're going to hear it beep. As it beeps, I heard the sound. Wi-Fi LED is blinking blue, and I'm going to hit connect Bluetooth.
Connected to a smartphone.
So that's how quick it is. Now, if we go into videos, we can take a look and see what they have here. And you can select front, rear, all videos, depending on what you're looking for. And at the top here where it says all, you can select like continuous incident. You can select parking recording, parking incident, manual recording, just depending on what you're specifically looking for. And so if I select, say, continuous recording, it's going to ask me to hook up via Wi-Fi. And I'm going to join, and we're going to see the video files populate here. And if I select all, I can see front and rear of the vehicle picture. And if I hit these little 4 boxes, little 4 squares right there, it'll actually give me a preview. So now it'll give me a preview, which is not going to be much because it's just the mat here, right? And we just click on it, and simple as that. If we want to download it at all, we can literally hit the download arrow, copy videos to internal memory, you hit OK, and it'll actually download. So this is how you actually get videos from the Thinkware U3000 Pro, and it's also how you pair directly to the dash camera. This is the Viofo A329S, and we're going to show you how we pair directly to this dash camera. Now there's actually 2 apps. There's the old school Viofo dash camera app that's been out for a while, but I prefer the new version that they have right here. So if we're actually looking to pair directly to it, a couple different things you have to do. You have to push and hold, tap the Wi-Fi button so the screen turns on, and then push and hold the Wi-Fi button for 5 seconds, and the Wi-Fi will turn on the screen showing you that it's ready to pair.
Wi-Fi enabled.
Now I'm going to go in here. I'm going to select A329S, hit the next steps, connect to a Wi-Fi network, connect manually. It's going to bring me to Wi-Fi here, 5G Viofo, which I was already paired to it. But typically you would actually enter the password in, which is 1234567 And then I can go back here into the app and hit enter dash camera. So now I can go into the bottom left corner to view video files. And it's all segregated into all videos, locked files, parking files, and photos, right? So now if I click on, say, all videos, and I want one of this, you can actually segregate between all, front, and rear, depending on what you're looking for. I can literally just click one of the videos, and if I want to download it, it's right there, and it'll download directly to my phone. That's how you hook up and download videos on a Viofo A329S. All three of these dash cameras support up to a 512 gigabyte micro SD card. Our top choice is the Viofo High Endurance 512 gig card. Now, Thinkware does have its own 512, and so do Vueroid. We don't stock either one, but if you prefer to have the name brand, you can always purchase it directly from the manufacturer. However, from our tests in the past, we've always found that the Viofo typically ends up being the highest quality endurance card due to the very high bit rates that the Viofo A329S demands in their dash camera products. Now, you can also get the SanDisk Max Endurance, and the SanDisk Max Endurance is limited to 256 gigabyte in capacity. But how do you get the videos off these devices? Now, we've already shown you how we can actually download it via the app, which is available on iOS or Android, so you can easily download it that way. But when it comes down to it, all of these dash cameras have the micro SD card, which you can see is very small. It just fits on pretty much on my fingertip. But how do we get the videos off this little card? Well, with every one of these devices, or typically when you buy a micro SD card, it comes with a full-size adapter. And some computers actually have this, so you can actually just plug it right in and get the video files and view it right on your desktop computer. But if you don't, you may need to buy an adapter in order to actually view it. Now, when it comes down to the various dash cameras here, Thinkware you can only download through the app or by taking the micro SD card out to view it on your computer. So it's actually very limited to how you actually get the video files. But when it comes to the Viofo A329S and Vueroid, they offer some other options. So one of the other options that they do offer is it has a USB C. So when we actually take a look at the SSD port on the A329S or on the Vueroid S1, we can actually take these and plug a USB-C to USB-C cable in, and we can plug it directly into our computer and view the video files on the computer. Now, you can also take this USB-C cable and plug it into your phone. And I'm actually curious whether or not the Vueroid S1 will actually work directly from the phone as well. So I'm actually going to run that test right now. We're going to see if we can actually get video files off the USB-C on the Vueroid S1, which the Viofo A329S does. So according to the instructions, you have to go on the top here, turn the on-off switch off, slide it off the mount, take the USB-C cord that comes in the box, we'll plug it in there. We're going to plug this directly into the actual phone. And then while turning this on, you have to push and hold this button. So I'm going to push and hold the center button and turn the switch on. So you can see the lights. There we go. And now if I take a look on my phone, the S1 4K now shows up. So now if I click here, I can actually go directly into Infinite, which is like your continuous recording, and I can select a video file. So you can do this Also on a desktop computer, if you plug the USB C cable in from the Vueroid S1 4K. So now with the Viofo A329S, I'm going to slide it off the mount. We're going to plug in the USB C cable right here into the side of the unit. I'm going to plug this into my iPhone. We'll flip it over here. And in theory, it should power up and go directly into the mass storage mode. So see how the lights are flickering on the Viofo A329S? That means you're actually in the mass storage mode. So now when we look at my phone, see how it says untitled? So I can actually click untitled there. And now I have DCIM. I can go into movies and I can find a video just like that. So there you have it. We have the Thinkware U3000 Pro, which you can download videos via the app or by taking the micro SD card out and viewing on a computer. And the Vueroid Viofo A329S have four different ways that you can actually download it, right? You can either take the SD card out on either one of these devices and put them in the computer with an adapter. You can do it wirelessly through the smartphone app. You can use the USB on either one of these two, plug them in the computer, or if you have a newer phone, like a newer iPhone with a USB C, or you have an Android device, you can plug them directly in as well. So 4 different ways that you can view videos on the Vueroid S1 4K and the Viofo A329S, making it very easy for you to get your videos. How long do these 3 4K dash cameras record in 2-channel mode with a 128 gigabyte SD card? And we're going to be using a SanDisk Extreme Pro 128 gigabyte card. Why? Because I have a whole bunch of these, and I'm going to make sure each one of these units uses the exact same SD card. They're all 4K front, 2K rear dash cameras. All 3 of these units are using Sony Starvis 2 image sensors, and we're going to see how long it records in maximum or high bit rate, depending on the dash camera, normal recording mode, and we're going to give you all the results of how long it lasts with a 128 gigabyte card. I've never actually done this test before, and I give a lot of information to customers on how long it averagely records. I personally think I'm wrong. I actually think it's a lot longer than what I tell people, but let's see how this test plays out and find out. Okay, so let's make sure all these are set up properly. So I'm going to go directly into the menu here.
Driving recordings paused.
And let's see, high bit rate on the Vueroid. Maximum bit rate for the Viofo A329S. Image quality. So it's 8:25 p.m. at night. I put a 128 gig card, and when customers ask me how long a 128 gig card lasts, I typically tell people on average about 4.5 hours of continuous record time. So in theory, at 1 in the morning, this thing should already start looping. So let's see if I'm right or if I've been giving wrong information to customers. Okay, the results are in. The Viofo A329S and maximum bitrate is just under 3 hours, and a normal bitrate, it's almost at 4.5 hours, which is basically what I always tell everybody, and I always typically set up all Viofo dash cameras in normal bitrate when we're using an A329S or an A229 Pro. The Vueroid S1 4K maximum bitrate is like 1.9 hours and normal bitrate is 2 hours. However, the Vueroid is actually using memory allocation, so we're actually only weighting 60% of the actual dash camera here. So there's an additional 40% that could actually be used for that. But what it is we're using 20% for parking, 15% for driving event, and 5% for parking events, which is allocated so that while you drive, if you end up having a driving event, 15% of your video files will be available. But you're not having driving events continuously, so there's a lot of times you will have driving event videos available weeks later. So this is a little bit better for you. while like the Viofo will just keep on going until the memory card gets mad with too many locked videos. So positives and negatives to each of them. And the Thinkware U3000 Pro, you can see, is about 3.5 hours and about 3.6 hours on normal bitrate. Now, if we remove the memory allocation, you can see the Vueroid S1 4K shoots up to about 3.2 hours on maximum bitrate and about 3.3 hours on the normal bitrate. Either way, now we have a baseline on what to expect out of these three dash cameras when using a 128 gigabyte SD card. And believe it or not, I had to run the test again because two of these dash cameras did not like the SanDisk Extreme Pro. Guess what? It was the Vueroid and the Viofo A329S, which tend to have the higher bitrate out of these three dash cameras. I hope you enjoyed this video educating you on these three dash cameras. And if you are looking to support us at all, we're Safe Drive Solutions. We offer professional dash camera installation in Greater Vancouver or Greater Toronto, Canada. We also ship the dash cam products available on safedrivesolutions.com all across Canada. Thanks again.